All right, so this is the heavy hitter on the day. Today's bonus buy means that it's a key item that we already know that you love, and frankly, I know this because Alberti and I sell it as items on QVC on a gourmet holiday, but we have dramatically reduced the price, but only for a finite period of time. So $69.99 will automatically trigger that we will ship to you eight 8-ounce premium pork ribeye steaks from Rastelli. Couple things I want you to notice. Rastelli is our #1 food brand here at QVC. They're 8 ounces a piece, which is half a pound. 4 pounds of premium pork ribeye is going to arrive at your door. They are individually vacuum sealed and will last 12 months in a freezer. What do I know? They are boneless. They are hand trimmed. They have marbling like you'd expect of a fine ribeye steak, a beef one. And they're 3 easy payments of $23.33, and I don't believe they've actually ever been at a lower price. You have your choice of now or April 17th, a ship date, and there's 0 auto delivery on this. So a lot of folks are picking up more than one simply because I can't tell you when the next time we're going to see this is. So if you wanted to add this to your white rice, for example, and then you've got that beautiful Napa Hills beverage, the enriched water that we just had, right? And you want to have Germac as a little nosh before you start to have this dinner. We're making dinners for you. So as we go into graduation season, recital season, reunion season, it's summer season, we're grilling. Let's have the great pieces of meat to put on the grill. We just had a Today Special Value grill on Sunday that flew out of here, so we know that you're feeling it. You're feeling like the summer. Let's get out there feeling the summer antsies. Ray Rastelli III is with me, bringing us our #1 food brand, and this is something that's sought after in the Rastelli markets. And you know what, Ray, when I was with you all last hour, I didn't even ask you and Brittany to kind of position the Rastelli market. You guys have been around for 47 years. Tell us a little bit about Rastelli's, because people can actually visit you in New Jersey.
They really can. You know what? If you're in Marlton, New Jersey, Rachel, my father started the company almost 48 years ago now, believe it or not. So when he was 17 years old, you can do the math, he and my mother started the company. They were pregnant with my oldest sister, and, you know, it was time to basically make it or break it. And they spent the next 10 years really building their butcher shops all over southern New Jersey. And yes, if you're in Marlton, New Jersey, you can come visit us today. This item, Rachel, is one of the items that guests come into our butcher shop literally every day asking for our Rastelli's premium pork. And the reason being is it's unlike any pork that they've ever had before. When you taste this, and I think the reviews on QVC.com speak for itself, the customers love it. It's not your grandmother's pork chop. I grew up as a kid, you know, with my grandmom or my mom, always having pork chop night, and I hated it. I used to dread it when I was coming home from school and I knew we were having pork that night because it just didn't taste great. It wasn't tender, right? This is not that pork chop. This is a pork ribeye steak. First and foremost, look at all the marbling that's running throughout this piece of pork, right? It's like a piece of USDA prime beef. When you have that marbling running throughout this pork, that is what is going to cook down and just make your pork ribeye steak so incredibly tender, so flavorful, so moist. And this is the ribeye, right? This is from what we call the chuck end of the loin or the rib end. So you get both of those beautiful muscles in there, in that piece of meat. But it's just an absolutely exceptional flavor, Rachel. We take off all the fat, all the heavy stuff that you don't want to have to eat or deal with. And we end up with a cooked pork ribeye that looks just like this. They are so lean, first and foremost. But Rachel, incredibly tender. Each one of them is 8 ounces, as you mentioned. So they're going to go a long way. I mean, look how thick these are, right? They're so thick. It's like you went to the very best steakhouse, right, and ordered that massive steak off their menu. That's what you're looking at here. These are pork ribeyes. You could see the amount of juice that are coming out of these.
Look at that.
When's the last time you had? That's it. When's the last time you had pork that has that amount of juice just kind of pouring out of that ribeye steak?
I think we're all going, like never. Like that didn't ever happen with the pork. Like you were talking about how you felt when you were growing up with pork, and I was like, pork chop. I mean, I always just thought of the Brady Bunch pork chops and applesauce, and I was like, he's putting applesauce on it because he wants to camouflage. But you know, like,
right.
Like,
and that's honestly that's what my mom did. Yep, of
but
course.
I love pork chops and applesauce. I love pork and applesauce. But here's the story. It's been exceedingly popular because when you're getting 8 ounces, just to kind of put that in perspective, that's half a pound of meat, right? So if you were to, you know, say, well, what's price per serving? Because we're getting 8. It's $8 and change. But I would suggest that this isn't actually 8 servings. I would suggest given how it's recommended that we're eating, that it's actually 16 servings. It's 16 4-ounce servings that's coming home to your home. And that makes it $4 and change. If you're putting this on a bun, right, with a tomato, a slice of lettuce,
That's right.
you are literally getting a pork ribeye steak sandwich for $4 and change. And this is something that, again, I have no auto delivery on. We have a now ship date in April 17th, and last hour the now was flying out of here. So I can't tell you the next time this will be on. You know, auto delivery is usually something we know, oh, well, they can get their hands on it every 60 days or something like that. There is no auto delivery. So this is the offer that they have right now, and this is what it is. It ships for free. Maybe you're gonna send an order, like I just sent the Faroe Island salmon to my mom. Maybe you're gonna send this to your mom or your brother or your sister, or you know somebody who's having a big celebration, you know, somebody who's got to host something for their company, somebody who's hosting a bridal shower, somebody who's hosting fill in the blank for you. This is an award winner, as you're seeing up top. First of all, Rastelli's has won most recommended food brand twice in the time that it's been here, and I think that's like, I don't know, 6 years. But this year, they won best grilling food and best burger as a tie. But Rastelli's, just to be clear, they supply the meats and chops to the world's only 7-star restaurant in the world. So when you say know your source, go to the source, like if I could choose where am I going to buy my meats and chops, I'm going to go wherever the 7-star restaurant sources their meats and chops. That restaurant's in Dubai, by the way, in case you're wondering. So you don't have to fly to Dubai. You don't even have to go to Jersey. You can just pick up your phone or put this in your cart and check out, and you've got that same curated experience coming directly home to you. Right, Ray?
That's exactly right, Rachel. And you're right. That restaurant, every week we put product on an airplane and send it over to them each and every week because they want the very best product, right? It all starts with the raw material. We always say here, the raw pork or the raw beef. We've worked with these Amish farmers for the last 47 years. Since my dad started the company, he's worked with these same groups of families that still bring these great products to us today. 47 years later, right? They're in their second generation, in some cases third, but they're still bringing us these amazing products. And Rachel, this product is so versatile. First and foremost, it's 8 ounces, as you mentioned. So I'm going to show you something here. Yeah. This is an 8-ounce chop, right? It's already been cooked, already grilled. One of the things we like to do with it, once you get it at home, you're going to see how easily your knife just glides through it because it's like butter. I mean, it really is like eating butter. It's so tender and so flavorful. But one of the things we love to do, you talked about that grill that was, you know, just kind of flew out of QVC this past weekend. When you take these pork ribeye steaks, just like you see here, and make these pork ribeye fingers or like pork rib bites, boneless pork rib fingers, right? It's exceptional. And I have them here tossed in barbecue sauce already, but just one 8-ounce chop. This is 2 here. Look at the amount of meat that's on this board, right? 2 of them. Or one of them here, just in the center. It goes such a long way. When you're having your guests over, you can take those and cut them into cubes and put a toothpick in them. So whether it's a center of the plate pork ribeye steak, or if you're making tacos, right? We have taco night. We'll take one chop. It'll make 3 tacos easily. This is only a half of one on 2 tacos. So we just took 2 strips in each, right? 1 on the barbecue side and 2 on the non-barbecue. And it's just that simple, whether you're making a wrap or you want to portion it in 4-ounce portions and share it with your significant other, right? As a salad, Rachel, as those fingers, what a great way to have a salad with a 8-ounce pork ribeye. My wife and I will often do this, just quick bag of lettuce or spinach, you know, a little bit of crushed tomato, and then there's beautiful pork ribeyes and maybe some apples on top, and you're off to the races. It's so easy when you start with a great piece of meat at the beginning.
Yeah, and you know, will you show us how they come? These are really popular. I'm smiling because I know how they taste. Like, they're amazing. I have them. I cook them. I'm like, they're just really good. And that's something that's really nice. As somebody who presents on QVC, it's easy to present to you things that I already know. That you're going to say thank you, and it should come with a little tag for me that says you're welcome. Because literally people come back and talk about this all the time. Over 500 5-star reviews. And that's about a pork ribeye steak that folks are buying on television. You're not new. You're not alone.
That's right.
If you're like, I'm going to take a chance. Should I really buy ribeye steaks on television? You're not alone. Like, we've become America's grocery store, and I think we were a little small, best kept secret for a while. But then, of course, the pandemic happened, and everybody was like, whoa, you have pork ribeye steaks? Whoa, you have steaks? Whoa, you have Faroe Island salmon? And we do because of our relationship with you, and it's the good stuff.
That's exactly right, Rachel. And honestly, we reserve these products for our QVC guests, right, to be able to bring them to you at home because we know how much you love them, right? We've seen all the great customers and guests that have wrote to us. Many of them call us every single week, and they rave about this product just because of how flavorful it is and how tender it is. You can't go buy a piece of pork like this at the grocery store, I assure you. If you don't believe me, please just try it. If you don't like it, QVC has the best return policy ever on food, but I assure you, you're going to love it, right? You really are going to love this product. And the reviews, as you said, it speaks for itself. When you can take a piece of pork, right, that's 8 ounces in size. That's what this is. This is 8 ounces. And you can just take your fork and separate the meat like that. I mean, what pork chop or pork ribeye that you've bought at the grocery store can you do that with? You just can't. It doesn't exist, right? This isn't the magical fork here. This is just the most tender piece of pork that you will see, and it just makes this so easy to enjoy and so easy to have a great center of the plate entree with your family. But again, you're gonna get 8 of them, 8 ounces. So, and you're gonna eat from one end to the other. There's gonna be nothing left on your plate. So absolutely, Rachel, as you said, you can just cut it in half and share it for 2.
Yeah.
One of my favorite ways to do it is right here. Brittany and I so often do this.
Me too.
We'll take one of those 8-ounce chops. That's what you're seeing here. We just flattened it out, right? Quick panko breadcrumbs or Italian breadcrumbs with a little egg wash, and you have one of the most, just decadent dishes, I think, that 2 of you can share. And it's that simple from one pork ribeye.
And P.S. and by the way, that was almost the size of a 12-ounce dinner plate. Like after when you pounded it out, I'm like, what is happening? It's like multiplying. Right. It's 8 ounces. It's half a pound. I never eat half a pound. Like nobody I know eats half a pound of anything.
No.
Like, so that's why like each one of those cuts, you cut it in half. That's 4 ounces and you've got 2 servings out of each one. So again, we've called it 8 ounces. I call it 16 4 ounces. However you have it when you get it home, so however you want to serve it is great. Will you show us, Ray, how it comes, the individual wrap
package? Yes, Rachel, you know what? I actually left it in the freezer. You're going to kill me. I left
you
it
did?
in the freezer.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
No worries.
But they're all individually vacuum packaged.
Yeah.
Each one, first and foremost. You can thaw it under cold water in just a matter of seconds. And in addition to that, it's going to come with this beautiful cooking guide here, Rachel, when you get your book.
Which I love.
When you get this at home.
Yeah.
There's so many great techniques in here, from recipes, thawing instructions. But again, each one individually vacuum packaged. It's going to last 18 months in your freezer, right? So you don't have to worry about anything. You can just take out one at a time, run it under cold water, and in a matter of like 20 to 30 minutes, your product's thawed out and ready to go. But that vacuum packaging is great because if you want to stick it in your fridge the night before you're going to use it and you forget to get to it the next night or even up to maybe 5 or 7 days, that packaging is going to keep it fresh in your refrigerator. So if you're preparing for a big barbecue this weekend and you want to just pop them in the fridge maybe on Wednesday, Sunday rolls around, you're ready to go.
Yeah, and you know what? I can testify to that 5 to 7 days because I've forgotten, or I've all of a sudden, it's like I've been asked out to dinner and then I haven't gotten to what I put out. So it's perfect. The vacuum seal just makes you feel comfortable and confident, and you take out what you need. And that grilling guide from Ray and the Rastelli team is awesome. So it's $23.33. This is a today's bonus buy. We've got over 400 of these sets ordered. I have a now and April 17th. Put this in your cart and check out because there's no auto delivery, so I don't know when they're coming back, when they can bring them to us again. Ray Rastelli III, thank you so much. It's a pleasure always.
Rachel, thank you so much. It's great seeing you.
Thank you. Nice to see you too. Take care. So I'm Rachel Bosing. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to be back here tomorrow at 3 p.m. with Alberti on QVC Maine because we've got 4 big hours. We're going to close out the Now You're Cooking week. It's going to be lots of fun. Hope to see you then. Take care.
Make the most of every spring meal as QVC's first Now You're Cooking Week continues, featuring live programming and exciting content across QVC.